You're in good company if the readings today have you thinking about a nice glass of red wine. For my younger friends, maybe some grape juice. But the readings today, the church in her infinite wisdom gives us readings that really coincide very well together. The first reading from the Old Testament tells us about a vineyard where the landowner's hoping to get good grapes and he gets sour ones, right? Wild grapes, if you've ever had them, they're not very good. Our psalm response tells us that we ourselves are the vineyard of the Lord. And then, of course, the gospel reading, we find Jesus telling us a very serious story. And that's kind of what I want to focus on. The question I have, what would our 21st century parable look like? God has given us so much. God, the landowner, has given us a vineyard. We, the tenants, have this earth. We inhabit it. God has given us life. A creator who has breathed life into us. A creator who keeps on creating. He has never stopped. God has given us gifts and talents and skills, not necessarily to use for ourselves, but to use for the wider community. Many of us know what happens when we bring our skills and talents together. God has given us so much. So what kind of tenants have we been? I can't help but think that maybe we haven't been the best of tenants to the gifts we've been given. Humankind, our human nature, has caused the world we live in to really be fractured. The way that we live our lives, the way that countries seem fit to live their life day in and day out has caused food insecurity, deforestation, air pollution, global warming, on and on and on. The life we've been given, so many have taken for granted. It's really quite shocking to see the people that have trouble seeing the value of a human life. We're going through that right now. I don't have to tell you this. It's like preaching to the choir, because everyone sitting here knows what we're up against. But the reason I bring this up is because we have a job to do when we go forth from this place. We have a message to spread. We have evangelization to do. We haven't been the best tenants of the gifts of the vineyard we've been given. So what can we do? What can we do to help, to foster a better respect for our world, for life, for human nature? I think one thing we can do, we already do, probably some of us multiple times a day, we can pray. We can pray for a change of heart in the people that can't really see the dignity of every human life. We can pray for the people that think, for some reason, that abortion is okay. We can pray that governments will come to a greater understanding of what it truly means to put someone to death in the death penalty. And how euthanasia has never been a part of God's great plan. We can pray for the life of human beings who are being trafficked across this country. My friends, 27% of human life was trafficked last year. 4 million of those lives were children. That's in the back of a semi-truck that we pass on a daily basis, or a train that we wait to cross the train tracks that goes by us. Human lives being transported, sold, bought and sold. We can pray for a change of heart in these people that think that's okay. And we can pray that the Holy Spirit may guard and protect those who find themselves in that horrible situation. We can pray. We can support organizations, both here at the parish and outside the parish, that help the most vulnerable, that feed the hungry, that clothe the naked, that try and find shelter for those who maybe can't find affordable housing. That support can be in prayer. That support can be by a financial donation, a gift of money to a charity that helps. Or it could even be the giving of your time, if your schedule may allow it, to volunteer at a food bank or soup kitchen. We can even donate our gently used clothes, especially now as winter comes upon us. You know, I'm cleaning out my closet, and the coats that don't fit me anymore, give them to a wise charity that's going to make sure someone has a coat to wear this winter. There's so many things we can do, even just from the comfort of our own home. But most of all, I think the best thing we can do is be the evangelists that we're called to be and spread this message and how important it is. And we've already started. If you go by the yard over at St. John's, you'll see all the crosses that are up with the banners for life as we, honor this month of October as, Human Life Month. That sends a great message to people that drive by there, some maybe multiple times a day, just getting them to think about why these are out. We can vote. Again, I know I'm preaching to the choir. You've all heard this because you come to church and you know what we stand upon, but November 7th is right around the corner, and it's really our moral duty to vote. We have a chance, we have a say in how our government governs. Many of us will probably vote anyway. We're probably going to be there anyway voting, so why not vote for life? There's so many things we can do. That's just a short list. I could go on all day. But I really believe that the landowner, the God who has given us so much, has given us life, is really calling us to take that life into a deeper sense of dignity and support for our brothers and sisters. You don't have to believe me. You can turn on the news or open the newspaper and see that our world is turning into the vineyard where the hedge has been taken down and the vineyard itself has been trampled. We can be the tenants now to put the hedge back up, to prune the vines, and to start new growth. And I can only imagine that when our time comes to meet the great landowner, our God will say, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Inherit now this vineyard that has been prepared for you." And I also can't help but think that in that vineyard, we'll be blessed with the best wine we could ever imagine.